Hi there, and thanks so much for finding some time to watch this video. My name is Simon Barere, Director of Technology here at SOA Software, and we're talking today about Intermediary for Microsoft. This is part 2 of a two-part series on Intermediary for Microsoft. Please click on part 1 to see all the great content on part 1. We essentially talked about Intermediary for Microsoft. We talked about how it can help you with things like SharePoint and PHP sites that need to access your backend, and all that we can do in terms of visibility and monitoring, security, interoperability, and evolution when you have Intermediary from Microsoft in the picture, standing in between your front side and your back side. For part 2, I want to talk about a very exciting aspect of Intermediary from Microsoft that we didn't get to talk about with part 1, and that's the ability for Intermediary from Microsoft to expose your backend infrastructure to the Windows Azure cloud to be used for the mobile revolution. Now, I know a lot of you are tackling mobile today, and you have a lot of questions and a lot of concerns and a lot of challenges ahead in terms of how do you get all this rich enterprise data out to the cloud so that it can be used for mobile. Mobile is a very important development, but mobile means nothing without enterprise data. If you can't get the data out, mobile apps are very dull and boring and not very useful to your customers. So the name of the game is getting those enterprise data systems out to the cloud to power the mobile revolution. So let me show you how Intermediary from Microsoft can help with that. So what I'm going to do is, just to make some room, we're going to get rid of this PHP website, so that we can actually draw what this mobile piece could look like. So essentially what your goal here is to take all that rich enterprise data that you already have today and make it available so that iPhone, Android, Windows Phone can actually access it. And you're also going to want to build a developer portal so that you can expose all of these APIs for mobile and let lots of different app developers out there go in and find those APIs, request access, and build those next generation apps against your data to improve the customer experience. So let me show you how this works. Intermediary from Microsoft can natively integrate with Windows Azure. So I'm going to sort of squeeze in Windows Azure over here in black. Okay, and I think everyone's familiar with Windows Azure. This is Microsoft's cloud computing infrastructure deployed to data centers around the world with a lot of great aspects in terms of scalability, in terms of accessibility, and so on. So Windows Azure is a great place to host your APIs. Now, Intermediary from Microsoft can integrate with Windows Azure in such a way they can actually take in red the data and applications inside of your data center and actually expose them securely as APIs. You can do this all automatically and all very quickly, requiring zero code on your part and zero configuration. So it's very fast and easy to get those APIs out, and essentially you wind up with APIs over here that are then accessible. And then you can have apps running out on the cloud. So I'm going to draw also in black here, sorry for the all the overlapping here, but we're going to have things like iPhone, Android, and Windows Phone. And they can now access these APIs as if they were running out on the cloud. And every invocation from iPhone, for example, to do a customer lookup or to order a new product is going to go through Windows Azure, through Intermediary from Microsoft, and then to your backend. The backend is going to communicate using all of today's standards that it's using today. It's using perhaps WCF, Web API, Kerberos, Windows Security, Active Directory, and so on. So it doesn't have to change at all. But the front end is going to start doing things like talk the modern protocols. So this could be HTTP, this could be OAuth, and so on. So we've built a solution here that allows you with zero code, zero configuration changes in your front end or in your apps over here to be able to talk using those standards and those protocols that are most helpful for those particular scenarios. So this is a very exciting part of Intermediary from Microsoft, and it's a part that you're going to want to leverage as you start tackling your mobile initiatives for the mobile revolution because of the power and ease with which you can do this. So thank you so much for your time. It's about all the time that we have for here today. Hopefully you found this very useful. Please visit us at www.soa.com and tell us what you're trying to do with mobile in your Microsoft environment and how we can help. And we'll be talking soon. Thanks so much for your time.